They really are so good. Just taking a nap.
You see that one? When it's half the street stuff goes on. You see that big one? Look at the stingray. It focuses it, doesn't make it blurry. Look at the starfish.
Dude, what are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media!
You got a link?
Buying or selling a home? Visit celebratingflorida.com or follow me on social media.
live on Facebook, YouTube, and parts unknown.
We are live. Woo!
It would be like Kermit the Frog.
Oh, I gotta get this thing off. I gotta get this on here for us. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Looking at the comments. Follow Victor Naraki on social media. Do not stalk him. Craig, I think this is your first time on with the new music.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very nice stuff.
Yeah.
Before the
Jeremy
show,
Goff
we were talking about how I think about the last time Craig was on was when we were unveiling his artwork for Expedition Roasters, Thunderstruck.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been way too long.
Thunderstruck. That's my favorite coffee still of Expedition Roasters.
Do you still buy that?
It's my favorite of the ones I've had. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just recently bought a couple more Dark Depths from them, so I've been, which is the caramel one that we did the taste test for, and during the process of developing it.
Mm-hmm. So who all do we have with us?
Well, it looks like we've got Lily, we've got Caleb, Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Marla, Cody, Cindy, all sorts of people here.
Yeah, got a good group today. Fun group.
Perfect.
And of course, we have Craig. Welcome back, Craig.
Well, I am glad to be here with, be able to share some of this work finally. It seems like it's been so long.
And we are so glad to have you with us, and we're very excited to see this artwork.
Good.
Yeah. Craig's you've been on a number of times. You're going to be getting the gold jacket pretty soon, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Like on Saturday Night Live, when you get the gold jacket after so many visits.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, well, we got our hidden Mickey of the week. We got our Disney detail, which I need Craig's expertise on the Disney detail, and we get to that. And then we're going to be looking at some of Craig's latest paintings that you can soon be getting prints of.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, pretty soon.
Alrighty, so let's do the. Where am I here? The Hidden Mickey, right? The Hidden Mickey. Alrighty, so our Hidden Mickey of the Week brought to you by MEI and Mouse. No, by Victor Naraki, Disney at your doorstep. We got the Hidden Mickey here. You can see
that's
this,
an easy one.
this paint blotch. But the question is, where can you find this? This Hidden Mickey.
So right above that, that kind of almost looks like
It's a
I don't know, like a
trumpet.
trumpet, doesn't it? It looks like a musical instrument.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mary says it's not a Hidden Mickey because it doesn't touch. That's running out of Hidden Mickeys.
That's
Oh, Louis
that is-
joined us.
that is
Louis
always
got
something. Yep.
It's a lot of smoke there in New Jersey right now.
Oh yeah, I saw some of the pictures from New York, and I know Dan had showed us some too. But
Oh yeah, those
Look
were
at
wow.
this. Look at this. We got it. We got it already. Caleb got in there first.
Mickey's Philharmonic.
Mary-
So it's right. That is
Mary's
a
in
musical
there.
instrument. I bet.
This is wow. Look at that. They got it quick.
terrific.
Let's zoom out a little bit. There it is right there.
Yep.
It's in the queue at and there's another one up here too.
Yep.
That one kind of touches a little bit better. Yeah, and the in the queue at Mickey's Philharmonic.
Cool.
Yeah. Brought to you by Disney at your doorstep.com. If you're looking at buying or selling a house near the Orlando area, contact Victor and tell him that Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you, and he'll get you the best deal he possibly can. Big news. Can we make the big news, or should we wait for next time he's on the show? We'll let him make the news. We won't make the announcement.
Absolutely. I think that's
something
good.
special with one of the
One
tour
of our
guides.
fantastic co-hosts is having
one of
a
our
good
favorite
day
co-hosts.
today.
Yeah. Somebody was asking if it's fires near me. No, there's no. Well, there is, but they're quite a bit.
Quite a bit
South.
smaller than the big one, right? Because
Yeah,
that's out,
and they're not.
because that's out on the east coast kind of area or the eastern part.
Well, Alberta, the East Coast and Alberta are both got major fires going on.
Okay.
So is it smoky
bringing
where
in-
you're at?
No, I have no smoke at all where I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the
Which
people
I'm
from New York
glad,
are getting-
because if he was smoky, then I would be smoky, and I don't want that.
I was wondering about you, Justin, because you're closer to Alberta than I am.
Yeah. It hasn't been bad today. Of course, it was raining today as well. So
Yeah. Well, I've been sunny skies today. Mary's saying that was easy at Hidden Mickey. It's code red. They don't recommend you go outside in New York. In fact, Target wouldn't bring out orders. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although Louis, I don't know. I know as much as you do. Well, you probably know more than I do because I'm not really following it. Could you put them out? Mary, you're closer to Louis is closer to the fires than I am. In the East Coast. I'm nowhere near them. All righty. Let's do our Disney detail. And Craig, I'm going to need your help with the with this one to find out if it's what it is true or not.
Okay.
But we'll do our little clip. So this is something that began quite a while ago, and the detail is the red walkways. You see them at Epcot, you see them at Magic Kingdom, a little bit at Animal Kingdom, not so much. And what I've heard is that the reason why the sidewalks are red is because it makes the green pop more, because it's a contrasting color. Craig, what do you think? Is that true?
That certainly makes sense. I mean, they are contrasting colors, so it would make it pop. Do they? Maybe they got a really good deal on red clay tiles. I don't know.
So the story is that when Kodak was the major sponsor when they first opened up parks, Kodak wanted to have the pictures to be beautiful at Walt Disney World. And so they suggested we do contrasting color. And I think they originally tried gray cement, and it was just ordinary Blaine. It didn't like, and then they tried brown. It didn't look right. And when they did the red, it made all the greens look much more greener. And that's where they were doing different tests.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mary's saying something.
I would rate it as plausible. That's as far as I'll go for sure.
Yeah. Brick is one theory too, because they had the red bricks, red carpet. That was the other thing too, especially for Magic Kingdom. They say it's supposed to be like you're entering a show, and the red carpet is part of it too. But World Showcase has a lot of red, and World Showcase, especially around, if you notice in Canada and all that, where there's a lot of green and a lot of trees, they have the red there. Louis is saying blue skies, so hopefully they're out of the woods. Nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So that's our Disney detail of the week. So next time you're at Walt Disney World, pay attention to the color of the sidewalks to see if where they have a lot of greenery, if there's a lot more red in the sidewalks. And even here, you can kind of see in this picture where they have the green, there's a lot more red, and then Main Street isn't red anymore. They changed the color, and then they can, especially around Epcot, you really see it. Chris joined us.
Pretty cool.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Welcome. The blue pops as well with the contrasting color from the red.
Sure.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, you got the primaries there, red, blue, green.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways. Oh, this came up already. I guess we have some paintings to talk about. So you did this one quite some time ago.
Yeah, I started it at the beginning of last year. It took about 3 months to actually paint. It was an absolute monster. Hardest painting I've ever done. Most difficult. And but then it didn't. I just kind of held on to it for a long time, and then finally showcased it at a show that the Disney Fine Art had at the end of the year last year, and then it's just been trying to build up more and more pieces to kind of do a launch. Apparently, collector's editions didn't want to do unlike Acme Archives or the gallery division, they just didn't want to do prints as I went along. They wanted to kind of release a body of work and kind of release me as a new artist with a little bit of a body of work.
So they want you to have like multiple pieces before they replace any of them.
So they're launching an artist that you can see quite a few of his pieces rather than just individuals as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
And which certainly makes sense for really promoting an artist. But on the other hand, boy, that anticipation and you just wanting to see your stuff seen and get the prints out there and have these things, start generating interest and money. It seems like forever.
Yeah, for sure. Because I saw this it wasn't on display. I had to ask for it, and they went out back and brought it out for me.
Right.
In December at the gallery.
Right.
On Boardwalk. And that was the original, I think, that I saw, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to see this and many of my pieces hanging up in the gallery, when I go. Although I thought possibly that some of the pieces, now I knew, well, I hoped, but I kind of knew that people were really going to like them. I did not know that they were going to sell so fast and not even ever be on the walls of the gallery.
Yeah.
They'll never be seen because they just went that fast, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's hard to showcase you if you sell them before they get a chance to even hang them up.
Or even before they reach the gallery. I mean,
yeah,
the painting coming up of Remy, FedEx still had it in the mail to the gallery, and it's sold. It's sold sight unseen.
This one here, if I recall, it was about 2 feet across.
It's 3 feet across. It's 24 by 36.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big one. It was a big piece.
It's big.
Yeah, Chris was asking what the size was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so much detail and a lot. And I love all the composition and the colors and everything on this one.
Yeah, I totally lost my mind with this thing. When I got involved in it, I saw it, but it never really sunk in. It's like, okay, every single one of those textures, whether it's, her skirt or the textiles on her shirt or the textiles on grandma or the textiles and tattoos on her dad, the tattoos on Maui. It's just everything. And so it really, thinking about it as a whole, it was such a daunting task. But if you just sit down and say, okay, I'm just going to do this section or this piece or get all the tattoos laid in or whatever, you can kind of, eat that elephant one piece at a time.
I was going to say, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time. Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Oops, I see a little
hidden Mickey in there. Oh, I
see. There's shape right here.
There's a few Mickeys.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to see it on the thing.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next one?
Sure.
We got a lot to go through today. Oh man, this is amazing.
Haunted Mansion is a very popular subject, so I'm glad to see you doing that.
I don't know if it was Stan, but somebody was talking about doing a Hatbox Ghost. I think it was Stan, and I did that for when I was the gallery division, and I really had no idea how popular Haunted Mansion was. It is extremely popular. That Hatbox Ghost is selling like nuts. So when I wanted to do this piece, and again, it sold less than 24 hours after the gallery released it in their little online promo. And so apparently nobody's going to be able to see it at the gallery. But this, I had so much fun with the coloring and the foliage and just trying to get the highlights and everything's just right and keep enough of it dark and moody, but at the same time give enough highlights and color to where it really popped.
Yeah, you got to do Muppets Haunted Mansion now.
Yeah. But apparently Muppets are a hard sell. I tried to do a Muppet piece when I was with the gallery division, and Henson's, that's a hard. It's hard to get anything past them.
Yeah, I think if you did a Muppets Haunted Mansion, they would approve that.
Well, I might give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah. And I love how the hands are coming, like you're the ghoul.
Right, it's from the zombie's eye view.
Yeah. Yep. And you got the names of all the different.
Now you guys, I'm sure, know the names.
Yep. Well, so that's a nice touch as well. I mean, yeah, there's so much detail in this, and I love the perspective. I love that as well.
Yeah.
Hey, so many people saying that they love the dog.
Yeah.
Love the dog.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a perfect expression on his face as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so this is from. Oh, there's a hidden Mickey right there. This is from Soul.
Yes.
I got to watch that movie, I guess.
Yeah, this character's named Gerald, but it's also known as something else, like number. I forgot now. It's like number 26 or 29 or something like that.
22.
22. Okay.
Because it's like a catch-22.
Oh, okay. 22. Got it. Yeah.
Mary's saying you didn't watch Soul. I watched it in my sleep. I was sleeping while I was watching it. I never did go back to it.
I like that movie so much. It's just got so much.
He looks like a bunny, Louis is saying.
It's like a bunny.
I'm gonna have to watch Soul. I still haven't watched the two newest Marvel ones yet either. Ant-Man or Black Panther.
I have watched Quantumania, but I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet.
That's not Guardians of the Galaxy.
I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, my thing is, if I don't go see it in the theater the week it comes out, then I'll never see it. that's my problem. And so, is this one available yet, or there, or what's the story on this one now?
This one should be at the gallery. It is available through that promotional advertisement that they put out.
Okay.
This is one I don't believe they're going to make prints of, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just going to sell the original.
Okay.
And that's the Broadway gallery, or
That is the Promenade Gallery on the boardwalk.
on the boardwalk. Sorry, that's what I meant. Boardwalk.
There you go.
It used to be the Wyland Gallery.
Yes. And then the Goofy on the high board.
I love that. See, I'm wearing my Goofy shirt just because of this one.
No, we're not gonna say it. See if anybody in the chat can figure out who this is inspired by, this painting.
Okay, I won't say
artist,
it.
Which artist this is inspired by? We'll give them a little bit of time for it to catch up. But it's
as I'm sure everyone who's had to listen to me on this show already knows, Goofy is one of my favorite characters of all time. So
you know, when I was a kid, he was mine too, because he was just so funny. It reminded me the things that they put him through were a little kind of Looney Tunes like, and Looney Tunes were always my favorite, especially Wile E. Coyote. So he was a little bit reminiscent of that. So I really like that about his character.
Yeah. And so is this one? There we go. Chris got it. Inspired by Norman Rockwell. There we are.
Yep. This is my second painting inspired by Norman Rockwell. The first was Donald on the flagpole.
Yeah. So there's the Norman Rockwell painting, and the Goofy side by side.
Yep.
So
I increased the height by just a little.
Yeah, I was noticing that it went from 20 feet to 2,000 feet. But again, it's Goofy. That makes more sense.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Goofy would take it to absurd levels.
Exactly. But I wanted to add a little, I wanted to add the little comedy elements like the moon and the geese flying over and just the different expressions to again drive it home just how high up this is.
Yeah. This is amazing.
I like how even the moon is going, wow, that's high.
Right.
Even the moon is worried.
I had to make sure that the moon wasn't looking at his butt, that it was looking
down. Caleb is saying you wore the Art of Skiing Goofy shirt last week.
I probably did.
Yeah, I think you did. Actually, the shirt I'm wearing today, this is the first ever shirt I ever sewed for myself.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first one when I made it, I was so proud, and it was like, this is so beautiful. Like I could do these. And now I look at it like, man, this thing's crappy.
So how many shirts have you made since then?
Oh, probably about 60 I've made now.
Wow.
Yeah, my closet's full. Like it's yeah.
And by closet, he means guest room.
Yeah, the guest room closet's full. Oh, I love this one.
Edna Mose.
Yeah. Just the expression on the baby with the kind of lackadaisy. It's like you can see him moving almost.
One moment when he's not frantic.
Yeah.
And there weren't many of those moments, were there?
Yeah. Hey, Marcus has a quarter of a closet.
It's in a different house, but
No, it's in our room. She gets a quarter of our closet. And she's lucky she has that. Yeah, no, this one's so good.
So all of these paintings they all came out at more or less the same time then? Was that the
just hasn't been that long ago. Earlier in the week, the Promenade did a launch of 7 of my pieces that finally was kind of introducing me to everyone and kind of promoting me. So they put this kind of Facebook, and I don't know if it was an email blast, but it was a big promotional thing. And this and basically most of the pieces that we're going to see tonight were on that, and it was really big success. I mean,
well, like you say, it's the fact that you sold some of them before they even got to the gallery,
right?
I mean...
Right. They sold. So I think that's going to be a pretty good indication that when they make the prints, hopefully that's going to be a good indication that the prints are going to be popular too.
Yeah.
Do they tell you stuff like that? Do they say that, we're going to do prints of this, we're not going to do prints of that? And
they did. They didn't tell me until like after the pieces were done that,
okay.
That, hey, we're not going to do a print of that, or we're going to do a print of this one. And, there's some of them that I'm like, maybe I can see, but then there were some of them I'm like, really? You're not going to do a print of that one? That's surprising.
Yeah.
But, they take a financial risk of releasing these prints. So they've got to be picky and about what they do. And I'm not the only artist in their group, so they got to pick and choose from the different artists.
Now, do they have like some prints are limited and some prints are open, or are they all limited? Or
I believe so. I believe they're going to have just like Acme and just like Gallery, they're going to have a couple of different versions of the prints, where one will be open ended and one will be more of a collector's limited run.
Okay. Mary's asking, do you know why they changed the name of the gallery?
I don't know the specifics of why they were cutting ties with Weiland.
Here we go. Weiland no longer wanted his name on the gallery.
But there you go.
There you go.
There you go. I didn't know the details of why they wanted to cut ties, but yeah, maybe that's it. That Weiland was
Weiland was pulling out. Or...
Yeah. I want to welcome Melanie to the chat. What is Edna Mode's favorite Disney movie?
Incredibles.
Is that a joke, or is that waiting for the punchline here? I don't know. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see if he gets that. Oh wow, we're moving along here quickly. Okay.
Pascal.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think Tangled is one of the funniest of all the animated movies. It's got some scenes that have me rolling every single time I see him, when she's trying to stuff him into the closet and he's passed out. That is just absolutely hysterical. And this little character with his attitude, I knew I wanted to do him.
He is absolutely a fun character, and I think the movie itself has some real darkness to it, which I always think, which the movie takes seriously, and I always think that helps the humor and comedy come alive in a movie, to have that sort of contrast between those two.
Yep.
So it is really well done in that regard.
Yep.
Yeah. Tangled is fun. I love Snuggly Duckling too. And this is one of the ones that sold before it even made it to the shop, right?
Yes. Yeah, it sold right away.
For whatever reason, they're not doing prints of this one. Yeah,
this is one of the ones that I'm really scratching my head as to why they decided not to do prints of it, because I think they would have sold pretty well.
I would think so. I would think Pascal is a popular enough character that he would sell.
And from my experience of doing so many conventions, cute characters sell really well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's got enough cuteness to him that he would do good.
Like your
cuteness and like that attitude.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, isn't your Porg one of your best selling ones that you've sold at conventions?
The Porg?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Porgs are always popular. And
which is like weird. Like as a Star Wars fan, like I don't really get it, but I mean, if people want to buy it, they're good for you.
because they're cute, and
Yeah.
cute sells. People,
Yeah, or your Ewok sell really well too.
yeah,
you have that Ewok one with the different drums.
yep,
Yeah.
that sold really well, and of course, nothing sells better than Grogu.
Yeah. Well, that one I get.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the answer here. What is Edna Mode's favorite Disney movie? Mulan, darling, Mulan. There we go. Mary is saying his expression is so good. It is. That's what makes this one so good. I'd love to see Olivia Holt as Rapunzel in their life. Actually, I think I asked that in our is Rapunzel a possibility for a live action movie to come out?
You know what? If they're going to make a live action Moana, I think a live action Rapunzel is definitely on the table.
Yeah.
A live action anything is on the table at this point, apparently.
Yeah. What I'm wondering, what is the background of? Like, I haven't seen Tangled since it came out. Like, is that
I saw a shot of it's like a muted kind of out of focus stained glass window in the background. So I wanted to use that as kind of a backdrop for it.
Okay. Yeah, I was like trying to figure like, is this like at a carnival? And these little lights. I was wondering about that. Mary's saying the same thing. A window.
I believe that's what it was. I'm going to have to look at my reference now to see what it was, but I thought it was like a stained glass window.
I thought that was an A and a B and then a 2.
Oh,
I'm looking for
I thought maybe it was like her paintings inside the tower behind them.
Oh, maybe that was what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she had paintings on all of the walls.
I have to look at my reference again and see. It's been a while since I painted this.
I was looking for a hidden message in there. Oh, and is this a hidden Mickey in the scales here I'm seeing?
I don't know if that's one, but there are hidden Mickeys in there.
Yeah.
No, there's one on his tail.
Okay, now I'm looking.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. I see it just above your cursor there. You were just pointing right at it.
Right here?
A little off to the left. There you go.
Bingo.
Pointing right at it.
What the heck? I am
upside down.
Oh, it's black. Oh my gosh, that's an awesome one. I'm looking at the green dots. That is awesome. There we go. What is this? I'm ninja watching. I'm in study mode.
Oh, so he's studying while watching us. So he's like,
he's
like studying and just kind of like looking over every so
okay.
often.
Yeah, Mary says it looks like a painting as well for the background.
Okay. Yep. I'll have to refresh my memory.
Okay, here's my favorite of the 7 that came out. I love this one so much.
So did I. When I was thinking about doing one for Ratatouille, and I was looking up reference and stuff, and for some reason I pulled up reference of plates of Ratatouille, and suddenly it hit me. What if I found a round canvas and just painted it to look like a 3D plate of Ratatouille with him laying in the center, and the idea was, it's just one of those lightning in a bottle type of ideas that you get, and you're just like, that's it. That's absolutely it. I've got to do it. Now, initially, when I did this sketch and I turned it in, Disney did not approve it because they said that they couldn't have him laying in a plate of food, touching the food.
So then that's when a napkin came in.
And then I thought, aha, what about a red and white checkered napkin underneath him so he's not touching the food? And they like that idea. And I actually think it adds another color element, another type of pattern, and it makes it better.
Yeah, I think it helps him to stand out from the food
Right.
So I do like that.
I do like the napkin. So when you're eating at Disney, you don't have to worry about rats touching your food. They may have walked across a napkin that was on your food, but
Yeah.
they didn't walk on your
They
food.
might have taken a nap on your napkin, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
And bear in mind, this is it's not a real plate of food. It's not a real rat. None of it's real, but they still, they have their viewpoint.
What do you got here? Mary's saying the spoon. Yes, I said the same thing when I saw it too. The autograph, that's the signature on the spoon. I'm pointing at the screen. The signature on the spoon. I love how you did that there too. Now, is this a round canvas?
It is.
Okay.
It's a 12-inch diameter round canvas because I wanted to have everything basically life size.
That is cool.
Oh wow!
And this is the one that sold sight unseen before it even made it to the gallery. It was still 3 days away from the gallery before, and it sold. Again, I love the fact that I knew it was going to sell, but I kind of hate that it's nobody's going to be able to see it in the gallery first before.
I know, yeah.
But anyway.
So are they doing prints of this? And if they are, they won't be round prints.
I believe so. I believe I discussed this with them when I came up with the idea, and I asked them, can you do round prints? And I think their answer was yes. So I think these prints, I hope anyway, I think they're going to be round.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get this one. I love this one so much. This is my favorite.
My niece was just, she was on me about, have you got to the Ratatouille painting yet? I'm like, no, I'm still working up. Well, get to that Ratatouille painting. I want that thing to hang on my wall. I want the print.
Yeah.
To hang in my kitchen.
And I'm not a big Ratatouille fan either. I'm okay with the ride and I'm okay with the movie, but I love the painting. And I really like this little with the shadow of the tail here.
Yeah.
To give it the dimension, and even like the little shadows all the way around of the food. I love that.
It's all just done so well. I mean, you do such fantastic work on everything. I just, even just the textures on the food and everything. It looks so fantastic.
Yeah, and if you could have seen this original, it looks even more 3D, and you could. It looks like you could pick up every single one of those vegetables.
Yeah,
but I did the edges as well, so the edge of the canvas is done as well.
Okay,
got the rim around it, and I shaded the bottom and highlighted the top. So even the edge of the canvas makes it look like a 3D platter.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen this one. Caleb's going to post a video after the show on the Disney Friends Grand Circle Tour podcast group of why Olivia Holt should be Rapunzel in the live act. Yes, please do. I'm curious to see that. Chris is glad you did the signature on the spoon as well. Yeah, and it looks like it's carved right into the spoon, which you really yeah. As opposed to,
and I tried not to make it too overwhelming. I kind of had it in black, and then I kind of muted it back a little bit to just made it look like it was kind of indented into the spoon rather than so.
Yeah.
But I think it came out pretty well.
Yeah. The red and checkered is classic Italian. Absolutely.
Right.
The spoon is the best part. Everybody loves the spoon.
Yeah, the heck with the rat. We're all in it for the spoon.
The spoon and the napkin.
Quite a bit of time with the grain work and everything on that spoon to really make it look like wood.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, and the napkin as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Like both of them. This is great. Oh, here we go.
Hey. So another Moana painting.
Yeah, when all the time I was doing the Moana painting, the one thing that people would say immediately was, "Well, the painting's going to have Hey in it, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's going to be little, but he's going to have him in it." So that happened so many times. It's like, well, I'm going to have to do a follow-up painting of just Hey, since people love him so much.
Yeah,
he's clearly a popular character.
Yes. So I did it, and it sold at the show I did last year. But again, I think this is another one that they're not going to make prints of.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you could just see the animation in this. Like I'm just waiting for him to squeeze and for his eyes to bulge a little bit and his neck to get a little bit longer.
Now, here's an interesting kind of little fact. Initially, I had him painted in his kind of mouth open scream face.
Yes.
But they would not approve that. They made me close his mouth so they'd approve it.
Interesting.
Some of the rules they have are just wild,
it's crazy because it looked great. It looked fantastic. It looked like he was this crazy chicken like he is, but they would not pass it until I closed his mouth.
And I'm like, what is the reasoning behind that? Really, I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
I mean, the rat not touching the food, I can almost understand, but I mean, mouth open versus mouth closed on the chicken, I don't get.
They come back with the most obscure stuff, and you're like going, is this person just trying to verify their job or something? That they have to do something
I have to say something is wrong.
Right.
His mouth is open. Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange sometimes.
Yeah, Mary's saying, how can you not love Hey Hey?
Right.
He must need an orthodontist. Yeah, I didn't get it either, and I'm almost thinking like, and I know you sent me a picture of with the mouth open. I think I like that one better.
I did too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fine either way, but I like that one too. It adds more to the character.
But it's a great one, anyways. And is this one sold already, or is this one?
Yep, it sold at the show last year.
Wow. Oh yeah, right. And they are doing. They're not doing prints of this one.
Not doing prints.
Wow, crazy.
It is. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they have their reasons.
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. Now this is another one that sold at the show last year. It was, I think, the first or second piece that sold
at the show, or of yours.
At the show, the original sold at the show, and it was either the first or second piece that sold.
Yeah.
And again, they're not making prints.
Yeah, I could kind of. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, this is kind of an maybe. This is kind of like maybe I see it. I don't know how popular the prints would be. It's a very kind of classic looking image.
Like, I think the Mary Poppins fans, like Victor, he's a big Mary Poppins fan. He'd buy a print.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many big Mary Poppins fans are there,
right?
That would, are there.
They would also buy artwork,
Yeah.
Right. So this one I kind of saw.
Yeah, it's almost a little obscure in that regard, because it's not like your one of your main characters or anything. Right. It's
but
this is detail. But
this is so in my wheelhouse of things that I like to do. These kind of very hyper realistic, detailed kind of old props that's got a lot of weathering and little divots in them and scratches and so forth. I love doing that kind of thing. Yeah. And a couple of the guys from Collector's Editions that I talked with were like really appreciative that I was doing this kind of stuff, that I was kind of working this in with the bigger paintings that I was doing of the characters, because they're like, so many artists don't do it, and they just love to see this stuff brought to life.
Yeah, it definitely looks alive with this. Oops. Lily is saying this one is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
The expression on his face. That's what brings it to life. The expression. Chris loves this one too. Be Still My Heart.
Yeah.
People in the chat, would you buy this if it was a print? Or, I mean, be honest. I mean, there's a lot of prints out there that Disney has, and we can't buy them all. See, Mary's saying I would buy a print of this one completely, and so would Chris. Mary's saying, Chris is saying me too. Caleb is
find more space on my walls at this point. I think I'm.
Yeah. Craig has a way with his expressions for sure. For sure. I bet you when you look back at Let me go back here a little bit. That expression,
Like Pascal, yep.
yeah. This, like, just look at the expressions. The eyebrows raised. His expression. Yeah, you definitely got the your art expression artist.
Yes. Yep.
Chris is saying 100% she would buy a print of this. There you go.
Well, I don't know if it would do any good for people if they, like to see some of this prints to even contact the gallery and let them know. I don't know. I don't know how you get them to change their mind. Got me.
Yeah. The geese in the Goofy picture. Or we're talking about the expressions.
Talking about expressions, yeah. Well,
Yep.
the moon as well.
Yeah, the moon as well. Yeah.
And I tell you on that Goofy one, that moon was so fun to paint. That thing was just a riot to paint.
Yeah, Caleb said he would buy it as well. He would get this one. So there we go. Here we go. The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Now, this is kind of one of my favorite pieces because, again, this is really in my wheelhouse of something that looks, really, really hyper real type of old and kind of, you get the gold. I even masked it off and used gold spray paint as sort of an underpainting.
Oh wow!
Before I started laying in all the weathering and stuff, and this the original painting just, again, you look like you just grab that coin and lift it off.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a fun design on the coin itself.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's so great. But again, there's another one they're not going to make any prints of.
Mary's saying she hadn't seen this one. Yeah, you did this one about a year ago, I think, eh?
Yep, this was for one of the paintings that I had at the show last year, and this one again is either sold first or second with the parrot handle. I think it was first. I think this one was first. It sold like immediately.
Well, yeah, the incredible is detail in this one. The detail is incredible. Chris is a big pirate. Chris is a big Pirates fan. Pirates of the Caribbean, not the Pittsburgh Pirates. You could tell you like doing the weathered look for sure, the scratches and all that, the used universe.
So I need some ideas for other props like this.
Okay. Well, this isn't exactly a prop, but I'm going to see if I can find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Is it a Muppet something? Is it something with Muppets? Okay, it's always
no, it's not Muppets. It's actually, I saw this when I was in Paris. I'm not sure if they want Paris paintings or not, but I thought this would make an amazing painting.
We're waiting.
Yeah, well, talk amongst yourselves while you try to find it. I wasn't planning on doing this.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, almost anything in the Haunted Mansion you'd probably be good with.
Oh yeah, there. I guess there are a lot of little knickknacks and things in there that.
Well, yeah, there's like
displays.
little things like on the stanchions. There's the doors. There's like all sorts of different details in there that you could pick something. I mean, the clock. I mean, there's all sorts of.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about
all sorts of things in there that you can just kind of look around almost and point at something, and you could probably paint it and sell it in a heartbeat.
Well, that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
Well, Mary says the coffin, the one with the let me out.
Now, see, I haven't been yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing it someday whenever I get the time.
You were talking about you're planning going back to Disney. When are you planning going back?
I might be at the show again at the end of the year, the private invitation show. I hopefully will be at the Festival of the Arts next year. I know my work will be there, but there's been, kind of back and forth of, well, they don't know what artists they're going to be able to pull in, and there's only a certain number of artists that they can have there, and so so I don't know. I mean, I'd
You don't know
love
if
to
you're
be
going to
there.
make the cut, does it work, basically?
Do what's that?
I said, you don't know if you're going to make the cut. Is basically where
I don't
we're
know
at.
if I'm going to make the cut.
This is a horrible picture of it, though. But I found a picture. So I saw this when I was at Disneyland Paris. This area. It's not a little area. It's actually a big area. It's a full-size
cool.
ship. Yeah, and this is a horrible picture, and it has like water coming out of it's like a waterfall.
Oh,
with
that's
this
awesome.
Skull Rock and this pirate ship, and I wasn't expecting to see this. I just kind of came around the corner, and all of a sudden I saw this, and there's like a beach on the side here, and you could do like the reflection in the water, and I thought, wow, is that ever? This place is amazing. It was just like breathtaking to see this.
That's a great image.
Yeah. So I thought that would make for a good painting.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know how much Walt Disney World wants Euro Disney or Disneyland Paris paintings.
Yeah, and there's certain restrictions on what bits and pieces of the parks that again, they divvy up these licenses so much of you can do this, but you can't do that, and you can do this, you can do these rides of the park, but you can't do that because that's a different department, and it's just like trying to get all that straight, and you're just like going, okay. And then they'll even separate like haunted mansions, like separated into different things. You can do this, but you can't do that, and it's just like, how do you keep it all straight? It's like
you can do the Hatbox Ghost, but not Madame Leota,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. It's crazy, but try to work around it and come up with good pieces still.
I know I had a Disney artist friend, and he sent me a concept art he was doing of the Haunted Mansion with the ballroom scene.
Mm-hmm.
But he had it really beat up. Like it was really like a lot of cobwebs, and it wasn't photorealistic, and like even the railing that the guests would see was like 2x4s with nails sticking out of them and knots and whatnot. And so Disney approved it, but they told him they had to tone it down quite a bit, and he couldn't use that railing, he had to use the actual railing. But the railing was the best part, I felt. With it really made it, because that was the foreground, and then you're kind of looking over top of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he ended up doing it, but he ended up having to change it completely.
Mm.
Yeah. Mary's saying the Bride at the Haunted Mansion would be a good one for you to draw or to paint.
I'll have to see if that's on the list of things I can, but I think with this, now that I'm really aware of the popularity of the Haunted Mansion, I think I'll have to do several more pieces along those lines.
Mary is saying you have to go to Disney World and do some research.
I know, right?
There you go. You have to write it off that way.
The research, sir, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I've spent at least a week looking around. I mean,
Yeah.
Taking
Exactly.
pictures, getting ideas,
Chris is saying Princess and the Frog, which probably isn't a bad idea, especially with the Splash Mountain switching to Tiana's place.
Oh, okay. That is such a cute movie. I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah, because you probably know already, but Splash Mountain is going from Song of the South to Princess and the Frog themed.
No, I did not know that. No.
Both Disney World and Disneyland.
It's going to be called Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Oh.
Yeah. So they'll be wanting to Princess and the Frog merchandise in about a year and a half.
So what is everyone's favorite character? If there are certain characters that they like out of it, I mean the little the Bayou lightning bug guy.
The lightning bug.
I mean, he's hysterical.
Yeah.
He is the Cajun lightning bug. He's great.
Yeah.
And the trumpet playing alligator.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God, he's fun.
I think he's a very popular character from that movie, I think.
Lily has a question. When you get ideas, do you take photos or sketch out your ideas just from memory?
I usually don't sketch things from memory. I usually will get some reference online and then do the sketches. It's kind of funny because I think of my sketches as very, very quick and loose, and then I turn them in, and they're like, "Well, you really go, above and beyond on your sketches." And I'm like, "Do I?" Okay. I come from a commercial illustration background, so it's just like that's what I do. But
sketches afterwards.
What's that?
What happens to those sketches afterwards?
They're just all here.
Well, if you need a place to store them, put them in an envelope. I'll send you my address.
He apparently has closet space to spare.
Marcus doesn't need a quarter of a
all the
closet.
shirts.
Maybe you two can work out a deal. He can send you shirts, you send him sketches. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. John Perry says, "I love anything Muppets." Yeah, you did try to do a Muppet one, and it just got flat out refused.
And I thought for sure that they would go for it. I came up with something I thought was really fun, and whoever was the guy that was doing the approvals there decided he wanted to make it his painting, not my painting, and change everything that I had.
Yeah,
it's like going, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time you were done, it was a different character. Everything,
Oh yeah, everything. He literally wanted to change everything that I had. And it's like,
and it was a great painting too, or concept. You showed me the concept of it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it as a Muppet fan.
I was so excited. I was just so looking forward to doing that painting, and then it just all went bad.
Mama Odie, Mary is saying
from Princess and the Frog. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you got here? Stan has no wall space. I have wall space, Mary says. Can you sell the sketches?
No.
Oh wow.
No, I can't. But one thing that I did with what was it? I think somebody I sent the sketch to someone who bought one of the prints at one time. They contacted me to say something about they got the print and it was damaged. And I told them to contact the gallery to see if they could replace it or something. And they said they tried to, but the gallery wouldn't do anything. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. But as a sort of, I guess, just to try to make them feel better, I printed out the sketch and I matted it and I signed it and I sent it to them.
Wow.
Saying, sorry you got a damaged print. I hope this kind of makes up for it. And they were very happy with it. They were very pleased with that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. That'd be unbelievable. No, Stan, you can't use Marcus's closet space. I got this print here of yours. I noticed it's curled in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it came like that.
Take all my prints and bend them some way. Hey, what is this, man?
I might need the original concept art too. This is actually my Goofy that I drew.
Oh, that's not bad.
That was a fun show. Yeah. So, anyways, we're getting near the top of the hour. If people want to get your information, Craig, where do they go?
Still, best place to find me is Craig Skaggs Illustration on Facebook. And if they want to contact the gallery for any of my original paintings that are still available or the upcoming prints, which they say will possibly be released next month, some of the prints.
Okay.
Nice.
You can contact the Promenade Gallery directly, or I know that their main art consultant is has a Facebook page called Shannon Fine Art Services. And she's the one that like does all the page layouts and everything, and so she would be a direct contact. If you look that page up on Facebook, you can contact her directly for any prints or if you're interested in any of the originals.
Nice. Good to know.
I was just looking. I don't have your. I thought I had your details loaded, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm putting one in the check bag next time and emailing you about it. In the check bag next time. I'm not sure what that was referring to. You should start an Instagram page.
I know. I don't know anything about Instagram, so but yeah, that's something I definitely should do.
Yeah, Instagram's a pain.
I definitely struggle with Instagram myself.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
But I hear it's popular. I mean,
oh yeah. The one thing that I want to do most though is start setting up. Try to figure out a way to set up a camera so I can start filming some of these paintings. And then when they're approved and they're out there and they give me the okay to start posting the videos of these paintings being created online.
that's a good idea. Yeah, doing it like a YouTube type thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
all you gotta do is just get your phone out and record it. Like, no, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that would be a heck of a lot of footage.
Well, you don't have to do the entire painting, but you just like segment.
And I think some of the guys have certain like cameras that they set up that like every 3 minutes or something, it'll click a picture or every minute and a half or whatever. I guess you could set it up at different times, and then they edit it all together and everything. But see, that's another thing. You have to be an editor. You have to work on all the music and stuff, and I don't have time for any of that.
Yeah.
So I have to find somebody that can do all that for me.
Yeah.
You need a social media guru to help you
Right,
with all
exactly. Exactly.
It's not Mary because she can't stand Instagram. So don't turn to her. Chris is saying, thanks for coming on again, Craig. You're always such a great guest. Absolutely.
Oh, well, my pleasure. I certainly enjoy it.
Yeah, Lily's saying thanks.
We love having you on. We love looking at your artwork.
Well, I'm glad of that.
Yeah, Mary's saying pay someone to do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
Love tonight's show. One last thing, Justin, what's the show about? Grand Circle Tour podcast about this week?
What is the show about? We were on a show. We recorded something, didn't we?
Yeah, it was about if we were not so much Imagineers.
That's what it was.
Yeah. We weren't so much the Imagineers. We were the one that gave the Imagineers the ideas to go do it. So we gave them a whole list
up with ideas and telling the Imagineers to go do it. And if they say no, they're fired. So Stan got fired.
I got fired twice for saying that you can't do that on this show.
So we had a lot of fun with that show. So definitely listen to that one.
Yeah. And if John is still in the chat, there's a lot of Muppet talk in that one. we do a lot of Muppet talk in this upcoming Grand Circle Tour podcast. And check out the solo show where Chris and Mary came on and we talked about The Little Mermaid. That came out this morning at about 2:00 this morning on the solo show. We did a review of Little Mermaid. So I think next week we're going to have Sam from Sam's Disney Diaries on.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Is it next week? No, that might be the week after. Yeah, that's the week after. Coming up soon on Grand Circle Tour Live. Sam's going to come on from Sam's Disney Diaries, and we're going to do a drawing thing where he's going to show a video that he took at Animal Kingdom Lodge where the Disney artist was showing how to draw Bambi.
Oh.
And everybody bring your papers and your pencils when you watch, and you follow us step by step and send us the pictures after your drawings of Bambi.
Oh, very fun.
And, yeah, so it's going to be a fun one coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something to look forward to.
So Craig will be here. We'll see his sketch after.
I expect you to be in the chat following along for that one, Craig.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to make it.
Yeah, because we want to see your finished drawing. Where are we?
Someone
here?
has to make us look bad. Come on.
I'll get out my big box of crayons.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. All right, Craig, thanks for coming on. Everybody have a great, happy, safe week, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Good night.